Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. Beautiful pre-summer day. It's going to be summery today. Here in the mid-Michigan area, sun is shining. It's a little cool, but it's going to get much warmer throughout the day. There's your weather forecast. Let me add by saying that it's always a great day, no matter what the weather, to come looking for new and vintage vinyl at your favorite local indie record store, whether it be us here at the Wasteland or wherever you happen to be. Busy week here at the store. Lots of stuff going on. We'll get to that here in a couple of moments. Some new releases. We're taking part in our annual shipment and helping out the good folks at Rush Fest Scotland. That is being taken care of. I'll get to that here in a couple of moments as well. But first off, it's Father's Day weekend. Tomorrow is Father's Day, so well wishes to all the dads out there. And if you're looking for some great Father's Day stuff, we got you covered. If Dad loves vinyl, stop in and pick up a Radio Wasteland Records gift certificate. We can make them out pretty much in any amount that you'd like. And that way Dad can do digging on his own terms when he wants to come in and look for some cool vinyl. So we'll have these today and tomorrow, obviously, if you want to swing on by. Plenty of them printed out. We're old school, by the way. We don't have those gift card things. We fill those suckers out. So once again, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there tomorrow. Let's say a couple of quick hellos this morning. Wow, a lot of folks kicking in off the bat this morning. Chuck, hey, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for being here as well. And happy Father's Day from Toledo. Thanks, Betty, very much for that. Let's see here. Man off many voices. You see what's going on. Doing our live update, sir. Thank you for being here. Spinning records and having fun as always. Derek saying good morning. Happy Father's Day as well. Rick from the west side. Beautiful sunny side west. Thank you, Rick. I sent you a note regarding your other stuff, by the way. Let's see. Sean. Hey, Sean. Good morning. There's a lot of the Hendrix left. Not much. Sean's referring to the vintage vinyl drop from yesterday. We had a lot of Hendrix in there. It's well loved, but still playable. Very nice stuff. There's some oddities in there too, by the way. Go back and check that video. A lot of UK pressings. So some very interesting things. Swing on by, Sean. Take a look at that. Dan saying good morning. Oh, the Government Mules. Dan picked that up yesterday. We'll get to that in a second or two. Some really good stuff. Let's see. All right. So let us get on with it. I mentioned the gift certificate, so swing on by for that. So for those of you who have not been with us for a great deal of time, the past year or two, about a year ago, I think it was, and we took part in helping out some folks with an organization called Rush Fest Scotland. Rush, of course, wearing my Rush t-shirt today, is the greatest band from Canada. But Rush Fest Scotland is an annual event they hold across the ocean in Scotland, and much like a Rush Fest that we have here in North America, where fans get together and celebrate. But as part of this, and a cancer funding fundraiser, Steve Brown, who is in a Rush tribute band called Moving Pictures, has organized not one, not two, but now the third tribute album to late Rush drummer Neil Peart. And what this album is a compilation of Rush tribute bands from around the world that Steve puts together and has pressed on vinyl. They do CDs as well and some streaming. And that is sold then as a fundraiser. So where we come in on this, when Steve did this first one, the first Rush tribute album several years ago, I found out about it and I bought one from them, and they had it shipped over, and he sent me a note saying, hey, and I think he actually said, hey, mate, are you a record store, in that great Scottish accent that he's got, although he thinks I've got an American one. But he asked if we were a record store and said, we've got this second one of these tributes coming up soon. And what they had found out was that when they would get North American, particularly US buyers of this tribute album for fundraising for charity, they were actually losing money on the deal, the money that they would give to the glioblastoma charity, the cancer research charity, because they had to send each of these individually to the States. And so what we did was, after working on a dialogue, and this was the volume 2, Steve then sent us a gigantic shipment. There was like 2 or 3 boxes of the Volume 2 Rush Tributes. And then we would send them out via the Postal Service and the media mail to the North American U.S. The customers. That in turn saved them a great deal of money. They were able to give more to the Cancer Research Foundation and got the albums out a little safer. So we have taken part in this again for the second time, but for Volume 3. And this week we did get in the copies of the Rush Neil Peart Tributes, Songs for Neil. And this is actually really cool. I have not opened mine yet. I've listened to a few of the cuts online when Steve and I were talking previously, but this is a great album. Now, we've got several hundred of these in stores, and I know that I've got at least 5 or 6 folks that have gotten either Volume 1 or Volume 2 that are looking for Volume 3 on this. We will have 10 copies, actually 9 after mine, and at least 2 or 3 of these are already reserved, actually. So as soon as I get through the shipping to the Rushfest Scotland US customers, then we'll be able to make these available to our customers. And again, I think I'm probably going to have about 5 or 6 of these. Still trying to get the final pricing on them for what we have in to them and what we'll have in the store. But it is a double LP. We'll have much more information. I'll probably do a separate video on this as we get a little bit closer. But they're in store. Those of you who have been asking about these, when is this one showing up? It is finally here. I just need a week or so to get through the shipping to the US buyers, and then we will get the copies out to those of you here, including me. We'll get mine opened up and we'll give it a listen. But some great stuff going on with Rushfest Scotland. If you get a chance, check it out, Rushfest Scotland. I think you just have to do a search. I don't remember the exact website to that. And Moving Pictures is the name of Steve Brown's Rush tribute band. They do some great stuff, and he's a fantastic guitarist. Might, and Steve, if you catch this after the fact, I'm going to try to make it over to Ontario in August to see him. He's coming across with his band to play another fundraiser, believe it or not, at Lakeside Park in Ontario at the Neil Peart Pavilion this August. So I'm going to do my best to make it over to meet you in person and listen to you guys play, and maybe have a couple of pints of ale. Is it pints? It is pints in Canada, I guess, as well. All right. So let's see. A couple more, and then we'll get into the new releases. Nope. No Steve Carlson yet. That's usually a Sunday morning thing. So Steve will be here tomorrow. But we don't do videos, but that's when we record the podcast, by the way. So check that out. And Pat saying greetings from his second living room. So cool. He's got 2 living rooms. Okay, new releases, and then we'll get on with our day. Yesterday was kind of a big one. The Queens of the Stone Age, brand new stuff. Really difficult to see with the reflection here, but kind of a cool cover. The name of the album is called In Times New Roman. This is the much more refined follow-up to their Kicking Out with Comic Sans from a couple of years ago. That's a dad joke. It's Father's Day. I'm allowed to do that. RSD, Record Store Day dad joke. So the new Queens of the Stone Age, we've got 2 copies of this left. They put out 5 different color variations of this. You get a chance, check out our new release show. We talk about that a little bit more. I have got a blue vinyl copy left, and that's $4 more expensive, $44, than the black vinyl copy, which comes in at $40. We probably can get more copies of the black vinyl. I will have to check if these go, but this is also available in red, the blue, a green, and a silver colored variation. So if you have a particular color you'd like us to try to get a hold of, and it's not the blue that we have in stock, come check it out. Dan mentioned the Government Mule, brand new Government Mule. This one is called Like a River, double LP. We have got an orange and red smoke vinyl variation of this. Really cool looking, some very cool blues, heavy load blues. These guys are known for some good rock stuff. We got 1 copy of the Government Mule left. Should be able to get more. Brand new Mac DeMarco came out this week as well. This one is called 5 Easy Hot Dogs. And again, I'm going to refer you back to our new release show. This is a concept album, and it's instrumental. And basically, it chronicles a road trip that Mac DeMarco took from California up the coast and over to Chicago, with songs written and recorded in the cities that he stopped in along this road trip. So very neat concept album from Mac DeMarco. New stuff also from Yusef, a.k.a. Cat Stevens. This is called King of a Land. So new stuff from them. I listened to a couple of these online, and it sounds like Cat Stevens. So I guess that's always a good thing. We have this one on limited edition deluxe green vinyl with a 36-page booklet and artwork. So it almost looks like a kid's record, but it is Cat Stevens, Yusef, aka Cat Stevens. Very cool album cover. It's got some embossing on there, some raised areas. So very neat stuff from that one copy that left. Some great 80s college radio, and we did listen to some of this online, and I'm very close to making sure that we need to crack one of these open for quality control. But brand new stuff from the Alarm. This is called Forwards. Got a white vinyl edition of this left, and it sounds like the Alarm, and it's very cool stuff. A little more older, more refined college radio. Reissue from Friday Music for Traffic, the Low Spark of High Heel Bass. They recreated the die cut cover. No, it's not just a corner cut. This is the way the album was designed. I believe this is on blue vinyl as well. So we got one copy of Traffic. Very cool album for you Winwood fans and Traffic fans. Reissue also from Sturgill Simpson. This one is called High Top Mountain. I don't recall. Transparent black vinyl. And this is an anniversary issue, 10th anniversary from Sturgill. So some cool bluegrass stuff there as well. Another in the series of 3 from the Flaming Lips, from their Yoshimi Battles, the Pink Robots outtake sessions. This one is called Hypnotist on pink vinyl. It's from the box set, the Yoshimi box set. 4 tracks on this with over 32 minutes of music, including a 24-minute version of Psychedelic Hypnotist Daydream, a demo version from Wayne and the Lips. One copy of that, but I think we can get more. A new reissue also from They Might Be Giants. These guys are fun. This is the Spine, the name of it. This one, I believe, is just on black vinyl, remastered 180 gram pressing finally on vinyl. So this one apparently has not been on vinyl before, but it's got the song Experimental Film, which was always a fave of mine. And because they had this new reissue coming out, I couldn't resist. And we grabbed a couple of more previous reissues from TMBG, including Join Us and Mink Car. So we've got all of these in and on the shelves right now. And let's see, Mink Car, I believe, is on opaque white vinyl, and Join Us is on clear vinyl. So not the early cool They Might Be Giant stuff. This is the later cool They Might Be Giant stuff, if you're a fan of Mark and Mark. Got another copy from Music on Vinyl from Silverchair. This is Diorama, a limited edition of 3,000 on purple vinyl. Again, very tough to see, but this is kind of a very cool album cover as well. It's got some mirroring effects on there. So one of these in stock. MOV, when it's gone, especially the numbered stuff. This one is number 1817 of 3,000, so just over the halfway mark. And then one other restock, the Gorillas. Somebody had been asking about this. We've got a copy of Demon Days in and on the shelf. So that's a quick look at what we have got, and I think I'm pretty much through our time. We did get through that. Don't forget Father's Day ideas, gift certificates here at the Wasteland. Follow up to those of you wondering if I ever got the classical music that we had 4 for $1 put away. Yes and no. I did get most of it put away, but I was left with 4 boxes of stuff that is a little marginal, that's not making it back to the dollar room. So as of today and tomorrow, I will take these away on Monday and probably put them in our storage unit. But I've got 4 boxes, and they're $1 a piece for 1 box full of classical. That's how serious I am about getting rid of these things. So swing on by if you like classical music. We're in the mood to get rid of them because I don't have room in the back for them. So check that out when you get a chance. All right. On that note, I am going to go ahead and get us going for our day. I would invite you guys to make sure you're subscribed, comment after the fact on the live on YouTube as well, and check out our podcast, which can be found on Podbean, on iHeartRadio, and on Spotify. Steve Carlson, of course, from the Vinyl Community and his own channel. We do record those on Sunday morning, so he'll be here tomorrow to cut this week's episode, which is actually going to be, I think, an interesting one. We're talking about inner sleeves and outer sleeves this week, and it's not going to be as boring as it sounds. There's some very, how can I put this, very interesting news regarding the world of inner sleeves for records. I feel like I'm joking about this, but I'm not. So watch for our podcast tomorrow. Listen for our podcast tomorrow, and you'll get what I'm talking about. Dan, thank you very much. Hey, happy Father's Day as well. So to you and everyone else. We do wish that happy Father's Day. And Rick chiming in one more time saying, I hope to see you soon. Hope so too, sir. Your stash is growing. All right, you folks have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves in this great Michigan out of doors and then in of doors when you're spinning some vinyl. Come see us at 716 George Street, just north of the downtown Midland area. Open today from now until 6 p.m. Open tomorrow, Sunday, Father's Day, from 12 noon until 5 p.m. Then I'm going to go home and hopefully eat some steak and buttered noodles, Kim, if you're watching. All right. I will talk to you folks next time from the Wasteland. New release show coming up later today. Podcast tomorrow. You folks have a great one, and we will talk to you next week from Radio Wasteland. Thanks.